of course, guys, May 25th, 2024. Where's the camera at? I'm gonna look at you guys. I'm gonna look deep into your soul. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, guys. New videos every single day or every second day. Now, the last 2 days, I decided not to do a live stream. Not because I, was lazy or anything like that, guys. I never get lazy from doing YouTube, but I didn't really want to, guys. I was thinking about things to say, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna focus on my YouTube channel. So I have to focus on the YouTube channel a little bit, guys, because the actual views have been way down because I've changed location. So I'm dropping my videos at different times, and people that normally tune into the videos don't really know when I'm dropping the video. So right now it's 1 o'clock in Canada, which is like 6 o'clock in Ireland, specifically in Galway. So obviously the videos, guys, are gonna have to take a back seat. It happened last time I was here 2 years ago for about a week. Now the views are way back up again. So I appreciate the love and support. When you move country, the views are gonna be way down because people are just like, oh, what time is this guy drop videos at? And the time I drop videos at in Ireland is 12 p.m. The time I drop videos at here is flipping 12 as well, but that's like 7 in Irish time, or 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so it's five hours difference. So huge difference, guys. So yeah, this one should be incredible, guys. This video is going to be perfect for anyone wondering what I'm going to be talking about. You must suffer, guys. What do I mean by that? You must suffer. So it's Saturday, guys. Obviously, it's Saturday afternoon, and I'm still working, guys. I just went for a couple walks today. I did a big arm workout today. We hit the guns, man. Hit the pea shooters, and I'm cutting, so I'm still getting lean, and I feel way better being lean as well. But what does getting lean involve? It involves suffering, guys. Everything in life, you must suffer. And especially your story, guys. Like if you're born rich, if you're born into wealth, I mean, bro, I actually don't know how you can tell people a story. I don't know how you can tell people or create the sort of story that people want to hear. Because for me, guys, even if I see a Bugatti, if I see a Lamborghini driving down the road, I don't really care about that, guys. I want to see where that guy came from. Because if he was born into wealth and then he got a Lamborghini, who cares, guys? Being born into wealth and getting a Lamborghini isn't impressive to me. But, being born poor, in the slums of Sudan and then getting a Lamborghini, that's impressive to me, guys. I want to hear some guy's backstory, not just, of course, the actual itself. And when you look at someone who's jacked, guys, when you look at someone who's flipping in shape, ripped up, look at their backstory. A lot of people nowadays on social media, they have a crazy backstories, like they were born and their whole life they were chubby growing up and then they got big, right? For me, guys, to be perfectly honest with you, like I was born at 11 years old, I had ripped abs. So I was luckily genetically gifted to be lean. But if I wanted to get big, it would take a ton of work. When I tell people, oh man, I was super skinny growing up, like 150 pounds, whatever, like 50 kilos, at 6'2", 6'3", maybe as I get on later in life, 170 pounds in secondary school. I was still strong in secondary school and stuff like that. I bench more than the coach. The flipping coach would be like, oh, you can't bench, 100 kilos. I was doing 100, which isn't even that much. But just for Irish school, there's not that many people. So I was out benching the coach. I was really proud of myself. But to actually build up that muscle mass was very tough for me, guys, to build up the strength. So genetically, if you're genetically gifted with being jacked, it's not really impressive to me. If you're genetically a skinny guy and then you're jacked in 10 to 20 years time, then that's impressive to me. Of course, guys, you can't just be based off the actual results. You have to see the progress, the consistency, the hard work. You know what I mean? It doesn't just impress me seeing a sick car in someone's driveway. Like I want to be like, well, where did that guy come from? Because if he came from wealth, well, then who cares, guys? Literally, who cares? It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a shit story. You have to create a story that people want to see and people want to hear and that people can relate to as well. So people want to see you suffer, guys. People will respect you knowing that you went through tough times, knowing that you went through hard times. You know what I'm saying, guys? Because if you've just had a dandy life, nice and easy life, then, it's really not going to be, it's not going to be a cool story for people to hear. People aren't going to want to tune into your stuff. So I'm making these videos from a basement. Now, normally I make them from my car. Obviously, I'm in Canada for a few weeks. The very first time in a long, long time I've been in Canada. But, I normally make these videos from my car where it's super hot and I'm sweating profusely. Just after work, I can barely breathe. So that's more impressive to me. It's almost like I'm suffering through the workout, through the motivational video. But when people see me here in a nice cold basement and it's chill, I'm on my own, I'm just chilling. It's not really that impressive, guys. You know what I mean? It's not really that impressive. I want to see people suffer, man. And when you see some guy who's in shape, you know that they've been through some degree of suffering. When they're like ripped up, jacked, you know instantly like, oh, they've been through hard times to get that physique. It's just, there's no two ways about it, guys, right? Now, let's talk about professional work, okay, guys? Let's talk about our actual work that we do day to day. YouTube is a grind, okay? It is the most suffering I've ever done in my entire life. Absolutely. The most suffering. Without a doubt, my personal training business and my YouTube channel is the most suffering I've ever done ever, guys. People actually don't even understand how the shit that I've been through on this channel. It's ridiculous, guys, okay? And the amount of setbacks and, you know, and actual highs and lows have been just astronomical. The lows on YouTube are much lower than anything that you'll experience in a professional job. You know, bar getting fired, because you can't really get fired, but you can get publicly humiliated on YouTube and social media. So there is that kind of other side of it as well. But when it comes to the highs, okay, the highs are way more than you'll experience than any regular work that I've ever done anyway, guys. You know what I mean? Now, also the upsides, you know, like, or the downsides are, like, if you become famous as, let's say, the Kellogg's CEO, or I have this chocolate milk here, the Fairlife CEO. It's like a Canadian American like chocolate milk. I use it for like a post-workout shake. Then it doesn't matter, guys. But I'm just saying the average person, okay, across the board, all right, the highs are insane on YouTube, guys. You're getting paid to speak. Let me know, guys, in your life. Okay, this is why YouTube is so impressive to me. Let me know a period in your life that you're getting paid to speak to people. And not even that, guys, because my personal training business is impressive to me. I love it. But when you're getting paid to just speak to people on the internet in hopes that they'll tune into your video or whatever, because I am reacting to stuff, so I'm not creating the content. But at the same time, Ben Shapiro, all these political people, they don't create content. Okay, they sometimes do, but very rarely. It's very rare. It's most of the time just talking about content or talking about life, or any YouTuber that just talking about different things. A lot of these gamers, they didn't create the game, okay? They're just reacting to the game. So everyone's a political reactor or commentator or something like that, right? Everyone, apart from like if you're a football player, but you know, you didn't invent the game of football. You're just really, really good at it, okay? So you're just trying to be the best at your certain field. Then I've never heard of a guy that gets paid to talk, guys, just in relation to the talking. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like when I get clients and I explain to them, I give them programs, and I actually work very hard to do that. But when you're just sitting back on your laptop and you're getting paid hundreds of euros to just talk on the internet, it's kind of, it is the utmost insanity, guys. It is unbelievable, okay? If you're getting paid millions to do that, like as a streamer or a YouTuber, a lot of people come on and they just laugh. I see these other podcasts in Ireland and they're just laughing, like laughing like about whether or not they're going to continue with their purpose and stuff. And although I do make sometimes goofy content because I get fired up for like Eminem drops, or like big rappers in the US start dropping, you know, major music, Kendrick Lamar, Drake. I get fired up and goofy sometimes, but that's rarely, guys. You know, honestly, I'm pretty serious kind of guy. I like to laugh and joke with my friends and shit like that, but when it comes down to it, guys, you know, you can't be just this goofy dude all the time, constantly, guys. You know, you have to actually put the work in and like actually like focus on the goal that you have. So, anyway, getting back to, I don't go off topic. When you're like actually getting paid to talk on the internet, it kind of transcends your body. You almost feel like you're in a spiritual like state. You almost feel like you're like the Dalai Lama. It's kind of hard to explain, guys. And people, it's almost like being a rapper, but streamers on YouTube get paid 10 times more than any rapper I know. Shit. Apart from like if you're like Eminem, Dr. Dre, one of these huge rappers, you know, if you're like a big streamer or even a moderate big YouTuber or moderate streamer, you're gonna get paid and get more status than a guy that's been rapping for 10 years, like, and a big time rapper, you know. So it is truly unbelievable. My friend told me the last day, what's the average money that a YouTuber earns? You know, they took like 100 YouTubers and they put them all together. The average wage of 1 million subscriber YouTube, the average wage was €1 million a year, and he was mind blown. I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't even seem like that much. They earn much more than that. Most of the reactors that I listen to earn like nearly that amount in a month. You know, they earn hundreds of thousands of euros every month. So it's kind of astronomical, the money, and I still don't understand how people haven't started YouTube yet. I still don't understand how people haven't gotten on that train of doing YouTube. Maybe it's because they're shy, maybe it's because they don't speak well. I think most of the hardships that come from YouTube is that people cannot speak well. You know, people cannot speak to a wider audience. People just focus on Ireland. They focus on, you know, these little countries, Portugal. Let me just make Spanish videos for Spanish people. It's like, dude, the world is huge. I get views and money and status from Japan. I get views, status, and money from China. Like, there's so many countries that you guys can actually, you know, pick out and actually get money from. And I don't want to say exploit, but you can make money from these countries very, very easily, guys. If you just have somewhat of a degree of like professionality and can actually speak on camera, you know, it's not too bad. So let me start from the top, guys, because this video is already 10 minutes long. So talking about professional work and just work like that in general, I've already talked about the benefits, pros and cons and stuff like that. The issue is a lot of the times when we talk about hard work and status and this kind of, you know, have you worked terrible jobs? A lot of the people in Ireland hate the politicians because they've never worked regular jobs, okay? First job I got when I was 17, turning 18, I was security, okay? I worked that for 7 years, for 7 or 8 weeks, let's say. And it was like a Galway Races. It's like the security type of, you know, firm that I worked at. It was a sick job. That was one of the best jobs ever. I worked security, standing for like 16 hours a day. And then after that, obviously during the year, I would work in a shop. That was like my second job. But the first job I ever got was a security job. I got my security certificate at very, very young. I was like the youngest guy to ever work at the Galway Races security. It was pretty dope. I think I still hold that title because I don't think anyone that's 17 is working at the races. But yeah, I think I lied about my age for that, but yeah, it was sick, guys, and it was just amazing. That was an amazing job, but when I did that my first job. Then I did a job working in a shop for a year while I was in college. 2 years actually while I was in college on the weekends. These jobs still didn't earn me money, guys. Eventually, after college and during college, I got like a professional or like, let's say, post-Fortis job, like I always say, not working on the line. I actually had a job working in a factory as well, but after college, I got a job working in a factory. I got a job doing lots of different things, guys, just like you know, good money type jobs, but they obviously had no degree of like end goal. There was no like, you know, you couldn't expand to the end of making millions, or you couldn't level up in those jobs. You know, just putting that out there, guys. I mean, it's just, this is how it is, guys. People get upset about that, but it's like there's no degree of like, you know, commission. There's nothing that you can keep going to the next level in those jobs. People get upset about that in Ireland, guys. They say, oh, what do you say? My job's not that important. I'm like, I'm not saying that, because the builder is very important. But the guy that's making the money is the guy that pours the concrete, that, you know, owns the concrete company. Maybe he owns the line of concrete mixers that you guys are using. Like, these guys are making millions while you're making shit, right? So it is what it is, guys. You know, it is what it is. Like, much love to India, Curate. So anyway, I worked those jobs. Worked in a factory, worked so many different jobs. I'll go into that someday. And then I got, obviously, a job doing sales. And the way I look at life, guys, is levels, okay? I had a regular job, okay, basic job. Then I had a professional job, all right? And that's like doing sales and like working for a big company, and like there was commission. I was actually earning like a good €3,000 a month. Actually, even more than that. It was really good. I felt like I was a millionaire living at home. And I did that for about 1.5 years, 2 years, different companies. I just went around looking for different jobs, worked in a health food shop before that. So I worked all those retail jobs and all that, you know, working on the line jobs. And not, those jobs aren't that they're bad. Like I said, I love those jobs, and I would actually love to work those jobs again in the meantime while I'm doing YouTube, which I probably will. You know, I'm nothing against work. I love to work hard. I actually love working, guys. It's one of the only things I love to do. People talk about fun and stuff. I just love to hit the gym and work. That's all I love to do, honestly. And then I moved on to the more professional, I suppose, aspect. Like, and it wasn't even professional. People call it professional, but like doctor, lawyer, those type of jobs are professional. But now I'm kind of in the third stage. And what I think the third stage of work is, more of like making money from your brand, making money from like your name. One guy said the last day, he said, I think it's in the 48 laws of power or success, or whatever that name, Robert Greene. He talks about, and I didn't read the book yet. I'm gonna read the book soon, but I heard some guy do a synopsis of it. It's actually banned in prison, that book. I don't know why. I think it's like too educational or something. It's very controversial, but he talks about how like there's dead time and there's like live time or something like that. He calls them this different names, I think. But the dead time is like driving to work. You know, you're in traffic. You're just like listening to a podcast. Just, this is dead time. And then live time would be something like, or sorry, dead time is also another example, would be like working for somebody else, because you're like making their money, right? Doesn't really matter that you're like making that business money, right? Live time would be like making your own money from your own business, okay? Or like getting money, being like a middleman, like my YouTube, being like a middleman to where people listen to music, they come to my stream, and then they go off or whatever. You know, it's all different. Or like personal training, like I do as well. That's like live money, live time. It's like, it's really hard to describe, guys. The way he describes it is crazy. And it's really cool aspect, guys. I thought about that. I was like, man, your dead time is working for somebody else. What does he mean? And obviously, you know, Rich Dad Poor Dad, he talks about that as well. Robert Kiyosaki, or whatever his name is, Kiyosaki. He's dope as well. He's amazing. And it's very cool, guys. I'm just gonna end you with this one, bro. Like, the way we talk about different jobs, guys, I think I'm on the third stage where I'm like able to now transcend and go into an area of actually trying to earn money for myself. That's how I look at work, guys. All right, that's the only difference between the three stages, right? And that's how I look at work myself. I think people have said that before in the past. I'm not really reinventing anything, and you know, really, really cool. You know, that's the way I see it, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that little message. You know, the three stages. Like, I felt like I kind of tapped out the €3,000 a month stage. I mean, there's really not much more. I couldn't get a portion of that money. You know, even if I was earning 150,000 a year or 200,000 a year, your money gets chopped in half by taxes. So, are you really earning all that money for yourself? You know, can you go to different countries, and you know, is your live money, is your time and live money in a proper area? That's up for debate, guys. You know, you'd have to look and see yourself. So, let me know your thoughts, guys. I love you all. You must suffer if you guys want to get ahead in life. And this stage of my life, I'm suffering the most, guys. Taking huge setbacks, living off, my own money. People who say I was on like welfare or something, guys. I've never ever would do that, guys. That's crazy, man. Maybe for like 6 weeks when I was trying to find a job years ago, and that's it, guys. You know, people just, I don't know, they really find that like a crazy thing that I can live off the wages of my own money. Isn't that crazy, guys? You can live off your own wages of the own money that you earn, man, from your own business. It's like heaven on earth, man, transcending. I love you guys. Stay free, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.